Hey, listen. We can be looking at the same thing, but we see it differently. The shit that's right for you may not be shit that's right for me. We got difference of opinion. I don't mean we got a beef. We can be men, shake hands, and agree to disagree. We see the same thing, but we see it differently. The shit that's right for you may not be shit that's right for me. We got difference of opinion. I don't mean we got.
What up? It's your man's T Mitch and my host,
Brother Ray. Yes.
We back again. So a lot of stuff that's been going on the news. Two things we're gonna discuss. First, we're gonna talk about the whole Kefee D and Tupac Shakur murder and the implication of Puffy Combs and whatnot. We're also going to talk about Jada Pinkett Smith. She's everywhere, man. I'm gonna let you start off with it, dog, because I gotta get my thoughts. I gotta get my thoughts together on this. I really do.
Well, and I'm gonna kind of frame this a little bit just because I kind of see, Kefee D. I feel like he was pretty much always in the background. You know what I'm saying? Being behind the scenes, being security, being the lookout, being the strong arm, so to speak. And so I feel like he wanted his fame. He wanted to get looked at as somebody of authority. So he go to Vlad TV, make all these interviews online to kind of talk about, I got some inside information because, like, I wasn't indicted, so nothing happened to me. So he took advantage of it, you know what I'm saying? So he got a little limelight time in. So he got recorded on some things. And of course, like, some things kind of came up and surfaced that kind of got him caught up. But the thing is, I don't care, black, white, Asian, like, if you a snitch, bro, it's not looking well for you. Because even though you might not have snitched on a certain person, but snitches on the outside of the spectrum, like, you on the category of your own. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much looking frowned upon, like, oh man, you one of the ops. Like, you already somebody's enemy off the back. So I think that in the interim, to save face, he's gonna rat some more because he gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, he gotta keep himself out of trouble, because if he get in trouble, he's gonna be in a world of trouble. It's gonna be a lot more trouble than what just being behind some bars. So that's gonna infiltrate, Puffy and wherever else involved. You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna pull everybody in. So it's gonna be a little flushing bowl, if you will, just kind of going around the rim. It's everything gonna flush down, and it's like a bunch of turds. So that's my take on that. I kind of
let me ask you this. Did you hear his it was a couple of years back, by the way, his admission when the officer and the LAPD interrogated him? Did you ever hear those audio tapes?
No, I didn't hear none of the audio. All I heard was seeing his interviews.
Okay, I'll fill you in basically on what happened. Okay, so Vanilla Wallace, forgive me if I'm castrating her name, but it's Biggie's mom. She put a lawsuit on LAPD. Katie came in, she kind of basically said, we didn't have nothing to do with Biggie's death. So they kind of had an eye on Kefee D. When they arrested him, it was like, did you have anything to do with Biggie's murder and whatnot? And he was like, not that rap, not that murder. Like, not that murder. What the fuck you mean? Like, not that murder? Like, like, was it more and whatnot? And that's when he goes on to talk about, Pac. He said that, Puff was really scared of Suge. And they were essentially his muscle when he came to LA.
Right.
And it was getting bad from Pac and Suge was putting heat on his ass. And that's when they said he was at a party. That's when he said, he wanted to, $1 million, basically take them both out. Allegedly, it was a threat for the Death Row chain. So I guess Eric Von Zip, who is Biggie Smalls' kid's godfather, he's kind of like in on this mind you, a lot of these party individuals is involved in this is dead. So when they jammed him up, Katie and whatnot, they was like, hey, if you lie to us, this and that, the other gonna happen. And he like Kefee D like, look, I ain't gonna lie to you, don't lie to me. I'm gonna be straightforward. And that's when this motherfucker spills the beans and whatnot. They said the Puff gave him $1 million and whatnot, and to take our Pac and Suge. Fast forward, MGM, they jump Baby Lane, aka Orlando Anderson, which is his nephew. They like, we ain't got no gun. Allegedly, Zip presents a gun. They go out looking for him. They said, and these are Kefee D's words, they go to Club 662, but it stands for blood, in Vegas. That's Suge's club. They're performing. Hammer there. A lot of people didn't know that Craig Mack left Bad Boy. He's about to join Death Row, I guess, the Death Row East thing. They said that allegedly they were waiting for Pac and them. They never showed up. They went riding around. They said there was an entourage of women. Say, all right, Pac stick his head out the window. He like, hey, what da 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 da. They roll up, creep up slow. He said that he passed it to Big Dre. Said Dre was scared. And Orlando did the shooting. Now, Gaddafi, who was Tupac's god brother, who was a member of the Outlaws, said he saw a big arm, dark-skinned arm come out the window. Orlando is not that big, but Big Dre is. Now, later on, it was, a couple of weeks ago, it was said that Big Dre was the shooter. So, you now got a conflict of interest. Now, fast forward, they say they shot Pac. They said, Kefee said he thought he was reaching for a gun or whatever. He said that Suge even saw his face. Now, the only person that could possibly point them out, maybe it's Suge. Suge already came out and said, I ain't snitching. Pac's gone, and everybody in that damn car is gone but Kefee.
Right.
Gaddafi, who may have saw the shooter, ironically died months later. So the only one that really could tell like the story and whatnot is probably Puff and Kefee. Now, they said when the hit happened, Puff called, what's that, y'all? Yeah, they looking for the money. Allegedly, Zip got the money, bounce. So Kefee never got the money. If you look at some of the interviews that he's done with the Vlad and the Arts, he said, hey, Puffy throw me a bone. You was scared as Suge. Look out. He said, my life has changed ever since I met you. You know what I'm saying? Essentially. From Puffy, I'm worried. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried. Okay. Because if they bring Katie in and Katie say, hey, through what you found, and although LAPD stopped Katie, because it was like, okay, you proved that LAPD had nothing to do with Biggie. Allegedly, supposedly, Suge had something to do with that. Allegedly, supposedly. But once they found out that LAPD didn't have nothing to do with Big's death, because a lot of the cops were on Death Row's payroll, they shut down the case, and then that was it. But because of his cooperation and telling every fucking thing, they gave him some type of deal. He got off. Now, this dumb motherfucker started running his damn mouth off, going on Vlad, Art in the Dark, wrote a book. It's like, dude, there's no statute of limitations. You know what I'm saying? So he got a deal in LA, but that shit don't hold up in Vegas.
Yeah.
Now, the crazy thing about it,
who's the move for him to move to Vegas in the first place?
And he moved to Vegas, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the funny thing. If you go on YouTube, you actually see when they snatch him up, he's like walking up the street. And I'm just like, dude, if you had that sweet ass deal, why you ain't shut the fuck up?
Right, yeah. Because
you talking and profiting off this hit. It's like saying, fuck LAPD, fuck Vegas. Nah, but once again, if I'm Puff, I'm fucking worried.
Oh, yeah.
I'm worried because you've been implicated. And not only that, Puff's own ex-security guard, Gene Deal, has even kind of like implicated Puff. So, you know, if I'm Puff, Diddy, P. Diddy, Brother Love, whoever the fuck he going, Sean John, I'm worried.
Yeah, yeah.
Lawyer the fuck up, as they say.
And he should be. He should be, you know, because his hands dirty. So your hands dirty. Of course, somebody gonna tell, and of course, everybody got all they need to do is look at your hands, see, oh, your hands is dirty. So yeah, you're gonna go in and go down. I think Kefee D, he trying to catch this wave since he feel like he can capitalize on him trending and just go ahead. I'm gonna just make as much money as I can since everybody know me. I'm pretty much known now since I've been on almost every interview. So people know him, like, you know what I'm saying, know him. So he
like known as a rap, no.
I came out with the book, and that's when I want to kind of segue into like with Jada. And it's ironic that all this drama happened next time she got a book. Like, so you've been pretty much been like having some stuff undercover, and now you want to come out with a book, you know. And of course, you know, anybody can write a book in a year, stuff like that. But I kind of feel like it was her time to shine. Like, I need to capitalize on this because now all eyes on me and stuff like that. I got some mixed opinions about that as well. But then generally, like, kind of close out the Kefee D thing, I feel like all the cards are gonna be on the table. Everybody gonna see what it is, and then we be able to like call judgment. Because for the longest, I couldn't cast no judgment. It's been over 20 years, and so you like, okay, he did. You seen movies, you seen documentaries, you seen TV series. I mean,
countless.
Like, right, production companies, they making millions off him.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you? Because just because I want everybody to understand this, just because you get arrested, don't mean you going to jail. Don't mean you getting convicted. Do you think they're going to get a conviction? Because this is like 26, 27 years ago.
It would. They gotta have some hard evidence, and that's pretty much what things. So it's evidence not presenting itself, but it's strong enough to say, okay, let's indict. Yeah. So they put out a warrant, so it's obviously something serious. They got enough that the judge like, I signed the warrant. It had to be enough to do that.
Let me ask you this then, in your opinion, do you think that he antagonized the law enforcement by doing all these damn interviews?
Definitely.
And you know, these white folks don't like that shit.
No, not at all, because that's a smear on their record. You know, they're not gonna go for that. They was gonna try to find a way to like either shut him up, you know what I'm saying, or we need to take him down. So
okay, how do you feel about Puffy involvement?
You know, I'm always very conscious of the movers and shakers, because they the ones who have the say so, because they have the power. You know what I'm saying? It's just a flick of the wrist, a phone call, and they can make whatever they want to have happen. And they're like, it's so many layers to them. They can be like, I don't even know what's going on with that. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of had a hunch, because here's the thing. What it really boils down to is it's a power thing, where both of them got money. You know what I'm saying? Bad Boy making money, Death Row making money. But since Death Row is bad mouthing them, it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Now they're seeing low money on their end. They say, okay, now we need to do something because he messed up the money.
Do you? Let me ask you this. I know at that time we were like in high school. So I'm just trying to set the time stamp on this.
Oh yeah.
We were in high school, and then when Pac got out and got killed, we was a year out of high school when Pac got shot. And the first time he got shot, of course, was '94. We was only in 11th grade, so it kind of like letting everybody know our age bracket during this time in history. Do you know why they beefing? It was an initial beef in the first place. Both dealing with Pac and his beef with Big and Puff and countless others, and Puff and Suge's beef.
Suge and Puffy beef is something different. Their beef have more so to do with, I think, more of a power struggle.
No, it wasn't that. Nope, wasn't that.
What was it?
So there was in a party at Atlanta. Suge got a friend named Big Jake. Big Jake was, something happened, fight break out, whatever. Because originally, before I get in that story, originally they were all friends. There's videos where you see Big, Suge, all of them together. They were cool. And everybody know Pac and Big's history, you know what I'm saying? You know, during the time when Pig was doing party and bullshit, at Howard and all that shit, Pac took him in. Big was originally supposed to be a part of Thug Life. But going back to Suge and Puff, like I said, they were cool. When Big J got killed by Wolf, who was part of Puff's security detail, that's when it got kind of sour. And then Pac's situation happened. Pac then was, you know, hey, you could have told me. You never came to see me. And then y'all sneak this, and there was a lot of stuff that played into it. And then I think also the media and the magazine publications, because when that Pac interview came out on the Vibe, the cover was red. When the Puffy interview with him and Big was on the cover, it was blue.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
I think everybody was young at the time. Because you got to think about it. Puff at that time was in his maybe late 20s, late 20s, going to his 30s, maybe in his 30s. Same thing with Suge. Young kids making money and can't get street shit out of making money. And granted, we were kids at the time, so we ate that shit up. You know, everybody kind of like picked a side. You was either bad boy or you was death row. And anybody, hell, I got the shirt on, so you already know who I side with. I was Pop. You know what I'm saying? Because Pop music represented a lot of shit that I was going through that nobody knew. And that's part of the reason why I wrote poetry. So I got it. You know what I'm saying? And as I got older and started understanding certain shit, I was kind of like, damn, Pop, you got your nose involved in some shit that didn't concern you. Have you ever heard the term you loyal to a fault? And sometimes being that loyal could be your downfall. Mm-hmm. I think that was with Pop. I think when Pop got locked up, nobody came for him. Should came for him. You know, it was rumored that Easy was gonna come for him, but then Easy died of AIDS. It was rumored that Jay Prince was gonna come for him, but he should wait until the punch. And I think with Pac, it was just like he didn't like the situation at Death Row, but shit, he like, look, these motherfuckers came and got me. You know, when he came out, he was like, get your cash on MOB. That's money over bitches. No, that's not even it. You know, it was kind of like he's a part of the Blood Pirate Root, the mob, which is MOB. But, you know, Pac's slick and he's smart. MOB, money over bitches. Get your money right. And during that time he came out to everybody, MOB, not knowing that MOB is really meaning blood. I think just, let me ask you this before I even say it. Do you think the downfall for Pac was Death Row?
I think it. That's a good question. Because I kind of feel like Pac was gonna be Pac, no matter where he went.
Yeah, Gemini.
I think Death Row put him more in harm's way, because of their gang affiliation. But overall, I think that was going to sum things up. I think and of course, my input about Pac, he was a prophet. That means that he could see things afar off. He had the gift. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't have that gift. So he's able to see afar off, oh, I'm about to die real soon. Let me pump this music out, get all this stuff off my chest because I ain't got that much time to be here. He's seen that.
You know what? Real talk. A lot of people say that. He's not the first.
I feel like he's seen that. I do want to double back to the power thing. The reason why I even said that Suge and Puffy had a power struggle, because even after that incident happened, they was trying to like figure out what's going on, but they couldn't control their reigns, because now East Coast is saying this, West Coast is saying this, and they like, hey, we need to get back and we need to do this, you know what I'm saying? Because that's family, that's people, you know what I'm saying? And so when you got somebody in your ear talking, you know what I'm saying, they kind of like influence you to do something that you probably would not do. That was my statement to that. The other statement I would say about Tupac is the fact that he's in Biggie's city, he's in his town, and Biggie don't know what's going on. Like, how you gonna be the big dog here and you don't know what's going on? Like,
I said that to his interview.
so he was interviewed like, I'm here in your town, but you don't know what's going on, and then I find out what's going on, and it ain't from you. That's a problem. That's like me coming.
At the same token, I remember they said, Big said, hey man, you need to watch out these motherfuckers. These some real hitters. These ain't industry niggas. These some real niggas. And Pop was like, shit, we have cases. You know, like, Pop, I think, was a, and I want everybody to listen, watching this. I am one of the biggest Tupac fans. Like, the biggest. I think the Lord for my many blessings off of one of his raps tattooed on my back, so, with the praying hands. So let that get that straight. I met his mother and damn near cried like a baby. I am a Tupac fan. You know what I'm saying? I just think that he was just loyal. If Pac loved you, I think Pac loved you, and he rocked with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's kind of no different than me and you boys. And I know you ain't about that rah-rah. I ain't about that rah-rah. But we all kind of like affiliated with motherfuckers that is about that rah-rah. And we kind of show loyalty to them. Because at the end of the day, like, I done been in a situation where somebody may have been saying some slick shit to me, this, that, and the other. And out of respect or they cool with my family, somebody else get the ass whooping. And I just kind of like, well, let me get my kind of, and you know what I'm saying? I didn't really do the damage, but I stepped in and got a couple of cheap shots in. You know what I'm saying? And it's motherfuckers being loyal to you and whatnot. Fast forward, it's no different even now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a couple of guys that I rock with, I truly, truly rock with, that and I know they ain't about the bullshit, so if they get into something, I'm going to help, because I know, like, that's not their character.
Right, yeah.
You know, they ain't blood, they got a family and all that, they ain't no Pyru, they ain't no cuz, they ain't no folk, they ain't none of that bullshit.
Yeah, and I really believe that you need to have, one thing, you need to have your ear to the streets. The other thing is, you need some hitters. I don't care, you know what I'm saying, especially being Black and American. If you don't have no hitters, like, you kind of like left vulnerable, you know what I'm saying, where God forbid anything like happens, gang of niggas want to jump on you, whatever the case may be. It's almost like, hey, I can make a call and we can make something happen. If we need to pop off like that, we can do that. Then there's that other part of the circle that don't have a clue of what the streets is like. So of course they'll call you because, like, hey, I don't know what to do about the situation, you know what I'm saying? They, you know what I'm saying, they threatened my girl, they threatened my kids. Oh, wait a minute, I'll be doing that in a second, you know what I'm saying? Because it makes you have that in you, even though that's not your life. That's a part, that's a skill set, that's a talent that you have, that you picked up, you know what I'm saying? Like riding the bike. You just don't just forget how to be a thug, it's just in you.
And I think, just like even for you and I, you know what I'm saying, you stayed on deck, and by me, kind of like 12th Street, and then cool with Wood Dudes, and cool with Woodrow Wilson cats and Finkel cats. And I think, because I'm not a gangbanger, I never claimed the set. I've always claimed West Side. I'm the West Side guy. I think for me, it's kind of like, and cats knew who my mom was, they knew who my grandfather and my uncle. For me, it was kind of like, oh, you're a little Mitch getting into something, you know, oh, let's go do this. So they had my back. So, yeah, I was loyal to those guys because I'm like, sticking y'all neck out for me. And the same token, these same dudes didn't let me go do some stupid shit like, oh, go sell or go do like, nah.
Let me ask this question though. What was your demeanor, like young kid, teenager? Like, was you the hard one, or was you the goofy one? What was your character back then?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this here. I think this will go for. You think everybody can relate to this? One, I always dressed up, the preppy look, church boy, whatever. She didn't go to church. That's the funniest shit about it. So my demeanor was I didn't really have a voice. Wow. I didn't become. I think you develop who you are when you get in high school. I always said this: high school, if you had that ugly girl, when she got in high school, she was fine as wine. That nerdy kid that everybody picked on in elementary and middle school, that motherfucker might be the biggest thug when you get in high school. It flips you and make you opposite of what you are. I didn't start screaming until I got in high school. I didn't start kind of like talking back and being rebellious once again. And you can say, oh, it's adolescence and all that shit, but it made me develop my personality. You know what I'm saying? Of what I stand for and what I believe. And for me, it was having a mouth. Fast forward, I still got a motherfucking mouth. And it's probably even more reckless now versus it was when I was in high school. So I never was, I'm claiming Finkel, I'm throwing up L's, I'm Dexter. I never claimed none of that. Although I was cool with all those guys. Mm-hmm. And still got love for a lot of those guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm at them damn picnics and all that. And I'm seeing Linwood guys and Dexter guys and Finkel guys all hee-hee-hee. Now, just forgetting, like, years ago, they was all fighting each other and shit. But that's maturity and you growth and development. But I was never that type of guy that would do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I was always cool with guys. That's why I always say I was affiliated with a lot of them dudes.
Okay. And I can admit, like back in my high school, I'll take you back to middle school. Middle school, I switched because I was funny as my saying. I was an MC Hammer fan, you know what I'm saying? So I did wear the baggy pants, you know what I'm saying? I sported it. You can ask Johnny. I don't know if you remember, but yeah, I remember I was sporting that. But then I crossed over to being hard. Like, it was something about me that I had to thug up. I had to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Be, like, always, and I was mouthy at the time. And then I kind of tapered back when I got to middle school. I got to middle school and I was more, like, quiet, more laid back. And then I started playing football. Playing football, it brought something out of me. Like, man, and then that's where the rah-rah came from, because coach, you know what I'm saying, he got in your grill. You couldn't be timid. You couldn't be just playing small ball.
She didn't play that shit.
Yeah. So he brought that out of me. So it's like, now I got all these different facets of me. And so now I get to pick on who I need to be. Because elementary school, I was a preppy boy. I had the Buster Brown shoes. I had the khakis with the button up. When everybody else was wearing Damage and you remember Damage?
Oh.
I couldn't wear that because, like, no, you ain't about to wear no holes in your clothes. I'm like, but mom, like, that's what everybody would. No, you gotta wear the button up, the khakis, the Buster Browns, because that's what she wanted me to do. But when I grew out of that stage, you know, I found out later on who I really was, because there's something about football. I'm always gonna be a jock. Jock is like my number one thing. Like, any type of sports, any type of physical activity, I'm all game for it. Even though at this age you can only do like limited amount. And gym is so important because I need to get that off me. But you know, so I feel like my personality is more laid back, and the rah-rah comes when it's necessary. So it's there, and when that trigger's pulled, I can pull it out.
So with that being said, we're gonna bring it back to the Tupac thing. Do you think Pac was just being loyal to Death Row because that's who came to his rescue when he wanted to get the fuck out of jail?
Oh yeah, definitely. Whoever's with you when you down, get this. This for everybody. Who's ever with you when you down is really with you. So stick with them, because regardless of you up or down, they're gonna be with you. See, only people that's gonna be sticking with you now is because you up. You got some money, life's doing good. Of course, like, you living the life. So everybody gonna be around you then. Wait till you get broke. Wait till the chips is down. You file for bankruptcy, or you.
And I 100% agree with you with that. I got a friend. I got two best friends though. One guy named Ant, who's my cousin's father, and then of course Rob, which of course you know.
Sure, yeah.
So Rob every day, and Rob ain't in this damn country. I talked to Ant. I talked to him this week because it was his birthday. Well, I talk to Ant every blue moon. He's in the state. One thing about Ant I can say is I don't need to talk to him every day, but if something was to go wrong, he's one of the first, him and Rob, one of the first people there.
Right.
I've always said, I want to be around you when you up here. How many motherfuckers when you down here gonna be with you? Hell, family members ain't gonna be around with you when you're down here.
Mm-hmm.
But I can count on Rob and Ant. And that's why I say, you know, I ain't trying to go out and try to make new best friends and be this, that, and the other. I'm happy with the two guys I got that got my back.
Mm-hmm.
And I can depend on them.
Yeah. And that's how as you get older, circle needs to be tight. You know what I'm saying? Younger, it's all about famous. You know what I'm saying? Know as many people as possible, but everybody ain't for you. So when you start getting older, you start realizing who's really for you. Like, okay, wait a minute. So I know when I make that call, I got two people I can call right off the bat, regardless of what they're doing, where they at. They'll drop whatever they're doing to make sure I'm all right. So that's a good thing. And for those people who don't have it, you need to find it. That's an important thing to have. That's very important.
We're gonna seg into this Jada Pinkett shit.